What is going on, Ben Nation? It's time for us to talk about Ben Armstrong and what's going on again. Before we get into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment down below. And if you like the content, make sure you hit the bell to be notified of future content. But let's kick it off. First, we're going to start with price action. Then we're going to talk about some of the comments that have been coming out, some of the people who have been involved. We're not going to dig deep. We don't do that here, but we are going to point out a few of the more obvious pieces. So, first, continuing to move up on the Ben coin chart, still hugging this 50 SMA all the way up right now. Market seems to be reversing on a nice little pump. Bitcoin, as you can see right here, made another move up to another level. But the important part, Ben seems to be, we had this consolidation, a nice little consolidation ready for a breakout. I don't see the breakout portion over here yet. Looks like it's a longer sort of term consolidation. Obviously, this is wildly speculative, but so we're minting a little bit higher each time, slightly higher lows. It could be argued that taking this right here and where it settles every time, that we could be looking at another pennant for another breakout, with that breakout being sometime around Wednesday. That is a wild guess by me. That is speculative at best. I'm not saying that that is what's going to happen. I'm just saying that that's what the chart looks like. And as we continue to see this winding up here, it is possible that we get another rejection, because the crypto likes to test the 200 SMA. So it is possible that we have a little breakdown towards this. This is coming up rapidly right here. So as this comes down, might retest here in the 3000s and then have another breakout. So the other thing to remember here is it's the 16th of October. We're not at the spot yet where there would be a buy the rumor, sell the news dump, because we haven't gotten the V2 information yet. So there's a lot to unpack, a lot going on right now. So just kind of hold out a little bit and let's see how this plays out. But I do think we are about to mint a few more highs up here. Targets in this range are going to be in this 55.82 range. If I come out here to the longer time frames, then you can see there's new paradigms forming here. We've got a new point of control. That point of control lines up perfectly with this little breakout wedge coming back up. But if that were the case, then I would assume that we're going to break out over the previous value area high, putting us into 55 to 65 range. Very tough to speculate at this point, but you can see a lot of resistance, a lot of movement around here, and it looks like the market kind of favors that 5,000 range at the moment. So we might see a little chop, a little rejection at 5,000 before moving on and getting up a little bit further. But then you can see here 55 seems to be a point of contention here. A lot of sell action probably going to go on there, but major sell action going to go on in the 65 range. So we got to get there first in order to see it. But I mean, you guys are witnessing what really amounts to a phenomenal sort of reversal that's happening right now off of what was, several months of real downward momentum. And we do have to talk about what is going on right here. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ben's agreed to a fight at IFC, which is the Influencers Fight Club, which is led by George. We're all George from Cryptos Are Us. George put out a video last night where he took umbrage with Ben saying, talking about a guy named Jet's appearance. Now, Jet, for those of you that don't know, is Ultra Starter right here, and he is part of the Wait Collective, which is a sponsor for the next crypto gem, which George, Leia, and whoever that is on. And I think it's Brian Evans, by the way. But so he has a video where he says, well, you shouldn't talk about somebody's appearance. And then flash forward 20 minutes into the video, and he starts talking about this ugly waitress with her stupid face. So now, it is my understanding that George and Ben did speak on the phone last night. You might be finding out about this right now, but they did speak on the phone last night, and they cleared the air over what's happening. But I'm still entitled to my opinion, and I think it's a little disingenuous when you have a guy telling you you should never talk about somebody's appearance, and then he starts calling the ugly waitress with her stupid face out. It's a little bit bizarre to me that we don't recognize we're doing what we're telling other people they shouldn't be doing. It's a little bit bizarre. You have to at least admit that. But anyway, they worked this out, and it seems like Ben, not a fan of Brian, Jet, Jeff Mahoney. And as you can see right here, for the last bunch of hours, we've had, I beg Jeff Mahoney to sue me. We can go to discovery. The main person should be scared of Jeff suing me is Ultra Starter. That's Jet. Not even sure if Jeff knows how much Jet and Brian are using him. And Ben, of course, has the receipts for this. So that's what we're dealing with right here. Brian Evans has now sent me legal threats through 3 people to get me to take down the video. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. But Brian Evans, he's tagged him in this, saying that he's not removing the videos. You are a money launderer and people need to see it. I've been involved in several lawsuits. Not one has ever made it to discovery. There's a reason for that, and that's because Ben brings the receipts on everything that he accuses people of. So that would be the start of. So anyway, to summarize, there's been some legal threats and stuff like that have taken place over this, and Ben is inviting them, come to discovery where you're going to be under oath, and you'll have to provide evidence, and you'll have to provide a lot of different information. They don't tend to want to do that, but so the idea here is this: back on the price chart, when we come back here. And we go to August right here, which I'm going to share with you right now. On this August chart, starting August 11, for some reason, Jeff Mahoney, who agreed to the purchase, this is the financial backer of Bencoin, and he received tokens, by the way, for his investment and involvement. So he, right here, started selling his tokens en masse, a lot of tokens, by the way. And if you want to go check this out, you can go check out Ben's Ben's video on Friday. This is the day that Ben got fired. Now, why is this happening right here? And why are the big time investors of the company, the guys that were brought aboard, by the way, by Tim Shedd? Tim Shedd, if you don't know, works over at the opponent, shall we say. So why is it that the people that were brought in are suddenly disappearing and dunking on you, the investors? Why is it that the guys who promised, hey, we're not going to sell for 6 months, are absolutely dunking on the price? Now, it should be noted that this is a significant price drop that happens during this period of time, not even to continue with what was happening over here with the other people, including 57 Ethereum being sold out from the Hit Network wallet. All of that was going on at the same time. There's been an attack. You guys who are investors in Ben and are seeing this price action right now are seeing a recovery to a spot from before Ben was attacked. Now, this right here represents the spot where the attack began, which is August 11. Okay. We have wicked over it so far. So we got to get above 4,500. So certainly, if you see this and if you see a pump up to 4,600, then you will know that basically the bull run for Ben is at least capable of happening again, because we will have fully recovered from the clownish behavior of the alleged people who bought Bencoin. And when we get to V2, those guys will not be involved anymore. And this happened because one of the things that happened that caused this whole thing to manifest itself was not realizing that they had sold. Ben thought that it was important to reach out to Jeff as an investor and say, hey, we're going to convert you over to V2 tokens. So we want to make sure that you're ready for that. And then he went to the wallet and found out that there's nothing in the wallet. The guy sold out. And then they found out that then Ben went through messages and stuff like that and started finding out what was going on. And obviously they knew that the hit networks were coming after Ben by August 11. That would be an allegation that I would be making here. I'm not saying that I know it for sure, but why would you be selling otherwise, right? So what is it about this situation right here when Ben's putting all his effort into Bencoin that was causing that to happen? So I would take umbrage and I would question anything in regards to that. And then you have Brian Evans, you've got UltraStart. Of course, they're the sales are happening. Even Larry, the disabled guy, we're seeing the sell-off there. Remember, we saw that. He was telling people in my chat to do that. So a lot to unpack here, a lot of craziness going on between these guys. And look, they're all investors. They're all investors. They're all here to make a buck, and they're all here to, in many ways, scalp you, to take you, the retail investor that doesn't have. They're looking to get in here. They're looking to get your money. This is a wealth transfer. So let's not read anything else into it. And then, of course, we have the situation regarding my friend. So we're not going to get into that because why continue to give that oxygen? So, by the way, we were right, though. It was a spoof. And, we knew what was going on with Ben. We already knew. The only people that didn't know are the people who don't like anything that he does anyway, that just cry about it to begin with. So let them cry. But so to wrap this up, I guess, Jeff Mahoney was the original investor, according to Ben's video. Jet was his assistant. Brian was another assistant. They wanted to bring in another guy named Peter to replace Cassie. Ben rejected that idea. And because he rejected that idea, that's when the fallout started. And then we had the situation where they started to dunk and sell on the price starting around August the 11th, which didn't have anything to do with Cassie, by the way. It just, for some reason, something about somewhere, somehow, friends of Tim don't suddenly want to be invested in something. It's a little bit weird, right? So there we go. That's and by the way, that is also the time that Ben was going to Dubai X for his show with Crypto Wolfie for the launch of Dubai X token. So, a lot of moving parts here. And suddenly the investors, remember here, and guys, and don't get it twisted, because there will be people out here who will try to twist it for you. The people who 2 months ago said, what a great investment to have Ben Armstrong involved in a crypto project, investing most of his time, who are now seeing Ben investing most of his time in it instead of Hit Network, are selling off on the chart. Do the math, guys. You don't need me to do it for you, but this is craziness. This is some insanity, and it's amazing that we didn't see it before. It's amazing that we're not looking at the wallets in a way that would make people question what exactly was going on over there. But that is a conversation for another time. For right now, you guys have the up-to-date information. Remember to tune in today. Ben's show starts at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm sure we'll get some more information on it. Again, with apologies to Cryptos R Us, if there's any chance that George ever watches this video, I don't have a problem with you. I'm sure you don't have a problem with me because I'm a bug. You don't know me. But I do take umbrage to the fact that you would tell people how they should act and how they should behave and how they should talk about people, only to call somebody stupid and ugly 20 minutes later in your video. That's ridiculous. So, financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Never a dull moment in Benverse, and we will talk to you again soon.